Hey guys, it's Kim, and today we are going to talk about crystals because I am completely obsessed with crystals. I this year especially, I before this year I'd never really connected that much to crystals. I was, I liked the energy, I liked the idea of them. I think more than I actually, in my physical practice, got a lot out of them. But something just flipped this year, and I the crystal thing just totally took over my mind. And so I have spent a ton of time reading up on crystals and doing amazing things with them and learning about them, doing meditations with them. So I think I'll be doing a lot of videos talking about crystals and different things with them because that has just been a really big part of my practice so far. So I just wanted to share that, and it's been really cool. So for those of you out there that enjoy working with crystals, just know that I'm entirely on board. I think it's awesome and does a lot for me. But if it doesn't do a lot for you, let me just preface this, totally fine. Like I said, it did noise for me, and it may not for you. But if you are interested in working with crystals and getting a nice little energetic boost from them, if that works for you, then watch on. So let me get a drink of water here. I've been drinking a ton of water lately, too. Probably make a separate video about that, but always good for you. All right, so I wanted to talk about some of my very favorite crystals today. So that's how we're going to start. So this is my personal collection of crystals and some of the ones that I feel really strongly about, or that I work with most, or that I have gotten really clear downloads on, from my guides and guardians. So let's start. What do we want to start with? Let's see. Okay, so this is a piece of black tourmaline. And the reason that I want to talk about this one a little bit is because I find this to be an incredibly powerful protection stone. I read a lot that some people find black tourmaline to be a little too overwhelming, that the energies associated with it are too strong, overpowering for them. So I can't testify to that. For me, it never has been, but I also have a very high energetic and emotional level. So if you tend to prefer things a little bit calmer and aren't looking for any big shakeups in your auric energy, then this might not be the stone for you. But if you're looking for something very powerful, then I think black tourmaline is always a really, really great piece. So as you can see, this is tumbled. I generally go for raw pieces, but it's a lot easier to find tumbled pieces, and I think that they work just as well. I do. I don't think that there's any downside to using tumbled pieces, only benefits of using raw, if that makes any sense. But so I've got a few pieces of black tourmaline, really great for crystal gridding. I enjoy doing crystal grids around my body as I'm lying or sitting for a meditation. If I'm going perhaps into, an underworld area in my meditation, I want to make sure that I'm very well protected, and black tourmaline is great for that. So yeah, moving on. So I guess we're just going to cover some of the most basics right now. These two are ones kind of, I feel like, in any beginner crystal worker's kit, you're going to want to have these two at least. So this is citrine and this is green aventurine. The reason that these are so great is because they are awesome for healing. Green aventurine, I find this to be associated with the heart chakra. That's what I've read the most, and also what I feel because the green color, and also it's an incredible stone for health. If you're someone that has a lot of immune system issues like me, let me tell you, I have had quite a bit of issues with my immune system, and it's kind of an ongoing joke with my friends and family that I am always sick. So green aventurine is amazing for physical health and well-being. Also really great to connect to your heart chakra, feel those positive vibes. I find it to be less of a romantic love stone in terms of the heart chakra and more of a self-love, love of nature, love of the connection. Maybe that's the green color in it. Maybe that's just how it affects me. But I find it to be really good for that. So if I'm feeling ill, I'll make a little elixir with this, which I'll talk about in another video, and it definitely helps and does the trick. Citrine, I put these up together because I kind of find them in the same thing. I would probably put citrine with the sacral chakra. So more of a yellow and fiery energy, a little more strong power. And I wouldn't associate this as much with physical health. Some may, but I tend to associate this more with cleansing. So detoxing any negativity out of the body, and while that can be physical, absolutely, it can also be mental. I find that we tend to carry so much junk in our aura body, our energy, and our light body, so much nasty junk. And citrine is one of the most powerful stones I've ever found to clear out your auric junk, get that nasty stuff out of you. And I find it can have a similar effect to perhaps a Reiki treatment if you're using citrine in a way that can clear out your yucky energy, because I think it really does a great job of removing those kind of blocks. So yeah, that's citrine. I really enjoy it. Here is amethyst, another one that I would say that many beginner crystals, crystal enthusiasts would have on their shelves. I particularly love this piece because I'm not sure how well the colors are going to show up in this. It looks okay. It's really purple. It's raw and it's really purple, and I love it. I love when the colors are, you know, naturally very bright and rich. I just naturally tend to find that more appealing, I guess. And so I found this and held it in my palm, and I was just sold completely. So amethyst I find is really great for focusing the mind, opening the mind to things. It brings a lot of good peace. I have a really big amethyst druzy piece that I'm sure we'll show at another time that I like to keep on my bed because it's really good for dreams. I tend to get a little bit of nightmares, actually, so what I really love to keep by my bed is a piece of black tourmaline and that amethyst druze, because it's at the same time protecting me from any kind of negative energy that might come through in a nightmare in my dreams, but it's also, you know, clearing my vision and opening my mind to things and keeping a peaceful mindset. So I find that to be a really good combo for dreams, if you're interested in that kind of thing. And then let's see. These three are my favorites in my collection, I would say, the next three, and that's all I'm going to show you for this one. So this is my piece of Labradorite. One of the reasons I love Labradorite, oh gosh, one of the reasons I love Labradorite so much is because of its mythology, which is that it is a solidified piece of the Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights. I think that is really cool. One of my life dreams is to visit the Aurora Borealis and be able to see it in person, so I was immediately drawn to it through this. But something I love about Labradorite is that, you know, if you don't, you could walk past it and not think twice about it. You know, it on the surface, it's this kind of murky gray green, but when you really look at it, it is the most incredible stone. Even just in this one piece, it's got every color in the rainbow. As soon as you start turning it, you see reds, greens. There's some purple right here. This side has, yeah, you can see I can see in the computer the blues. I don't know how it's going to show up with your resolution, but it's got every color in the rainbow, and I find it to be an incredible stone. I find it to be really empowering personally. Really great for creative energy, I find, and maybe bringing some things up in yourself that you really want to work with. So, for instance, something that I love to do is write, but I often struggle with finding the motivation to do it. Holding some Labradorite, I find, brings out those things in you that you really love and that you want to work on, and you know, brings out the positive aspects of especially things involved with creativity. So, Labradorite, I'm a big fan, and I love my piece. This is my smoky quartz friend, and oh gosh, I don't think it's going to come through. This is another guy that at first glance you might not necessarily notice how beautiful it is, but it's, yeah, I don't think it's showing as, in some lights you can really see. So it just kind of looks murky, brownish gray, but there is so much going on the inside. Oh my goodness, you can see all of these fragments and factions and swirls and colors, and right here it gets, yeah, you can definitely see that there's like this clear part right here, and all of this is naturally formulated at the top. It is absolutely gorgeous. Smoky quartz is really good for grounding. It's really good for releasing depression feelings and anything like that. And then finally, I know this is a long video, so I'm going to keep it short now. This is my favorite piece that I have. This is my rose quartz friend. I carry it with me almost everywhere. I'll sleep with it under my pillow sometimes. I keep it in my hands almost constantly. I love it. I love rose quartz. That's another one. I think if you were going to get 3 crystals to start off your thing, I would start with citrine, green aventurine, and rose quartz. Just happy, healthy, incredible stones. Rose quartz, again, connected to the heart chakra. I find this to be to have that association with romantic love that the green Aventurine does not. However, it doesn't have to necessarily. It can just bring in general love. But I'm a fan of love of all kinds and a big romantic at heart, so I don't mind carrying this around. And, you know, maybe something will come in the romantic department from that, and maybe not. It's day by day, you know? But it makes me feel so happy. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I feel like when you start working with crystals, you find ones that are, honestly, I feel like this is my friend. I feel like I have a relationship with it from holding it so much and downloading information from it and meditating myself into its consciousness and feeling the effects that it gives me. It makes me feel loved and lucky and happy and calm and clear, and that's what I get from rose quartz in general, and full of love and happiness and luck I get from it. And this piece in particular, I couldn't tell you what it is about it, but just, we were kind of made for each other, I guess. And when you find that feeling with anything, even in a crystal, hold on to it, because it's really awesome. And generally, if your gut's telling you something, you should listen to it. So I did, and I feel great about it, because this guy has done some really amazing things for me in my field, and I love it very much. So, part 1 of my favorite crystals, more videos to come, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Bye. Namaste.